And we're back. First and foremost, I apologize for the sabbatical. Had a lot of things going on, getting ready for a lot of major life changes, most of them positive, some of them have been very terrible. Most recently, we just lost the best dog that you could ever ask for. And I think I'm processing that a lot differently than everybody else who was close to the dog. You know what I mean? I process things and grief in my own way. So um, really, I'm just trying not to say anything to upset anybody else or do anything to upset anybody else with it while I'm, just thinking about all the good times I had with my favorite dog ever. So anyway, we're going to distract ourselves with some nice videos, some cool theories, and I put a little feel good twist on the end just to, get my head out of the gutter and make sure I'm still trying to have as positive of a day as I can. So let's get to it.
So you telling me California going through a flood after they asses had all them wildfires and the people still ain't pick up the debris? Texas flooding, and on top of Texas flooding, they just now rescued some American children from South America through the tunnels of Dallas, Texas. A 54-inch water main broke in Detroit, now it's flooding. Tennessee flooding again. Virginia flooding. Airplanes and shit just falling out the sky every time we look up. And on top of all of that, it was a shitload of people moving in out of Washington, D.C. And don't nobody know why, but as we look around, maybe these the reasons why. Everybody catching snow and then some more snow about to hit in Texas, Georgia, on the East Coast, and in the Midwest. What the fuck is really going on? Like, y'all ain't, some ain't right, some ain't adding up.
Reasonable crash out. There's too much stuff going on that has way too many questions attached to it. And there's way too many people trying to pretend that it's just another thing that's going on. I'm not going to get too far into it because most people that have the critical thinking factor to their brain, we know.
So we got plenty of stories of niggas going downtown trying to meet them people, them vampire people downtown. Yeah, because they got vampires downtown in New Orleans. And them people was never found again. And then they got the stories of the people that's vampires out there that actually got volunteers that come out there to really want to get their blood drawn from them people. So it's y'all crazy. So be careful when you going down there in them vortexes in New Orleans French quarters, you hear me? You're gonna run into them vampires, the werewolves, the witches, the voodoo priestesses, and the voodoo queens. You're gonna run into all of them, but don't get kidnapped dealing with them vampires, you hear me? Because they got their own bars, they got their own little section out there where they be partying and doing their little thing, and they got their own raves and stuff that they do at certain times of the night. Man, they got stories where people done went in them bars, where them vampires at, and they don't know if they was being served blood or not, you heard me? They don't know if they was being served blood. Like, they feel as though when they left, they was getting dizzy, they felt nauseated, they started getting sick. You heard me? A lot of them people was going home and came back with all type of blood clots, all type of crazy mess, you heard me? So, them vampire people downtown, some of them cool, you heard me? But some of them, they up there doing their little thing to survive. Yeah, you want to get your blood drawn from these people? Go downtown by them vampire people. They'll take some of your blood. They'll take some of your blood, you heard me?
Before I talk about my belief in this, first let's go over some things about hood dudes. One, they got a lot more things and priorities to do in their life, in their daily life, than to sit around and just make up stuff for viral content. There's some of them that do that, but a hood dude, like a real hood dude, they ain't sitting around just coming up with stuff to say to strangers, because usually they don't care about what a stranger think, and they don't mess with people like that. So That's one thing. That's one reason that I am inclined to give his claims the benefit of the doubt. Just one, just a baseline one. Two, if you look at that video and you look at his demeanor, you know, his mannerisms and stuff while he's saying that, this man is clearly nervous about something that he's saying and is kind of aware that, you know, somebody might be listening that might be upset with what he's saying. I've never been to New Orleans. I've been to Louisiana, but I've never been to New Orleans. And yes, Louisiana, as far as comparing it to where I'm used to and where I'm from, it's creepy. It's creepy just being there and not being from there. Now, I do know the story of Count Saint Germain, which is like one of the big first stories about vampires. And Count Saint Germain also lived in New Orleans in the French Quarter for a time of his existence. I also want to talk about how New Orleans is one of the capitals, one of the murder capitals of the United States, and how their murder rate for their population is higher than even LA, New York, Chicago, like with only 150,000 residents there. So, I mean, you got a lot of weird cultic sects of people like sanguinarians who want to be vampires very bad and they even drink blood and all of that stuff. But then you also got a lot of people sharing those real stories, and they're not going to talk about it on camera and stuff like that, but I've heard quite a few of those stories, and every time they get me very cold, very goosebumpy, and I'm never going to try to find out for myself because I don't know what I'm going to do up against a vampire anyway. So
there are about 35 nations that have already agreed to expose their top secret files on these UFOs or UAPs. This is real. These are real. See, the enemy doesn't want us to think about the prospect of us or there being something in the world more powerful than them. They want you to see the F-52 bomber and the jet moving at the speed of sound and see the Air Force and the Russian military and think that they're the all-powerful. But the minute that we are made to know that there's a power in this world from God that's real, with real machines that will trump their power, then we begin to see them in a different light. I'll just say this. It'd be good for the viewers to get the book Message to the Black Man and crack open and go to page 290 and start reading about the wheel and the dynamics of how it came into existence. Do you know that in 1993, the FEMA has in their fire manual a section on chapter 13 dealing with how to respond as a fire official to a UFO?
okay, that last part pulled me in. I'm gonna do some research on it myself, but I would love to know what people think about that. I really would.
There's no God. God ain't real, okay? If there was a God, there'd be a lightning strike in 3, 2, 1, now. Okay, this is very concerning.
Hey, ask and you shall receive. Say it again. The proof is in the pudding, which could be in your carry-on or however you travel with your things. I don't.
Who are you talking to, Liam? God. What?
I think I heard that wrong. Did he say God? That would be crazy. That would be absolutely.
Want a gift card or something? I'll get you some.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't have.
You got PlayStation?
Uh,
Xbox?
that's for Christmas.
You want a PlayStation?
For real? Yeah. Mom. Mom. Said you'd give me a PlayStation. Are you serious?
Yeah, I get one.
Oh my god. It's his birthday on the 7th.
For real?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, get one. Wait, hold on, you gonna get a game too. I'm trying to game.
Oh my god.
I'll tell you something to the front court. You get 2 games.
2 games, are you serious? Oh my god.
Here.
Thank you so much.
No, it's,
Try not to cry.
no, it's good.
Can you call her? Do you have a jewelry?
You want me to try to call Kai?
I'm a vision.
Let me see.
Hi. Oh, it's actually him. What's up? Where you going live?
Going live soon.
No.
We watching the streams?
Yeah. Oh my god.
What's your name?
Blake.
Blake, what's good, bro? Nice to meet you. Hold on, wait, where are you at the Best Buy?
Yeah.
Yeah, I ran to I got a PlayStation.
Blake, yo, Blake.
What?
Yo, Blake, he's also doing it. Everything that you can touch in the store, he'll buy for you.
No, I'm not. He lying. You ain't lying. No, I'm not.
Smile. There you go.
Birthday, man.
Thank you. Thank you so much. You're the best. Thank you guys.
That's what it's about. There's mixed feelings, a lot of controversy around influencers who go around filming themselves doing good deeds and stuff. But I think what a lot of people forget is that when you go through life, sometimes you forget some of the things that you've done to touch lives of other people. And just sometimes for the influencer, it's just for them. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes they want to go back on a hard drive full of, probably just those good deeds. They might save a whole hard drive full of everything they've done just so they can remember why they're doing things and stuff like that. Because, entertaining people isn't as easy as, doom scrolling might make it seem. It's really a nerve-wracking thing to put yourself out there as who you are and being yourself, and then having to deal with all of the critique and reviews from 100% complete strangers, most of them just wanting to be contrarians and wanting to do anything, express any kind of emotion towards you that will cause you to have a reaction that will go in their favor and things like that. And I like seeing these videos simply because I like to see the reactions on people's faces when they get blessed, by some of their favorite people, never even thinking they would probably meet them in their lives and stuff like that. So big ups to DDG, man. That's pretty dope.
A man who stays silent after being disrespected, that's the one you should truly watch out for. Silence doesn't mean weakness, it shows control, patience, and power. While others react in anger or frustration, he holds back. He observes, he thinks, and he plans. He knows that words spoken in anger are reckless and that silence gives him the clarity to move with purpose. When someone stays quiet, it doesn't mean they're ignoring what happened. It means they don't need to prove anything with words, because their actions will speak louder when the time is right. They understand something most people don't. Respect isn't demanded, it's earned. And those who underestimate them, they almost always regret it. True strength is in self-control. When someone doesn't react to disrespect, it's not fear, it's strategy. They're choosing their battles, waiting for the right moment. And when they act with intention, precision, and power. So don't mistake silence for surrender. The quietest person in the room might just be the most dangerous one.
I can't speak for everybody, and I never attempt to speak for anybody but myself. But all I'm gonna let y'all know is that one right there is 100% true. It's 100% true. There's some people out here that get, picked on, attacked, and targeted, and a lot of people think that they're just letting stuff slide, let it roll off their back, and they're just moving through the day. But one day, one day. Man, I don't know if it's just me or if there's other people that agree, but like, even when I'm having like my worst go at life and everything, when I'm going through my rough patches and everything like that, to see somebody else get blessed, just from the kindness of another person's heart, like, it doesn't make me feel envious or jealous or wondering when it's going to be my turn. It just makes me happy for that person that was, down and out, just needing a little something, a little kickstart just to get through their day and maybe even through their week. And to see stuff like that, man, I really, really have so much respect, not just for the person that blessed them, but for the person who understood that, you know, somebody went out of their way because they know that you needed it. And like that mutual respect like that, when you don't have to have the interaction, you don't have to talk to each other, you just doing something for somebody and then going about your day. That's the most genuine kind of giving that anybody can do.
Can you please come out here and help me, Dad?
Sure, no problem. I'll be out there.
Oh, Dad's here.
Hey, bud.
Hey, Dad.
I'm proud of you for getting this far, bud.
Oh, that's a good pile of shavings. If your cotton balls get wet, they won't light. So I vacuum sealed these cotton balls in case they get wet. So just go and kind of cut open the top of that.
See the sticks with the moss on it? Feel how wet that moss is? And that moss, even when it's dry, it doesn't like to burn. So stuff with moss on it, it'll burn. And you see how that's dry? You don't want to lay it down here on the wet table. This thing's dry on the inside, so we're gonna put all of our dry wood inside that thing to keep it dry, okay? Your firewood was all dry last night, right?
Kind of.
And you could have dried it by the fire, right?
Yeah.
And then you could have taken it inside your tent or underneath the awning and kept it safe, right?
Yeah.
Do you know how I learned that?
How?
By not doing it and then realizing, oh, my firewood's wet. so now you're learning too.
So you got a nice flat piece. We'll build our fire on top of that so that we're not down in the mud. Go, just one cotton ball.
Oh, there you got it. Now stick the torch in quickly.
See, now it's really starting to go. Get the bigger stuff, lay it on there. Take some pieces like that.
And all the snow's wet and sticky.
Man, that's pretty dope. Sometimes all a kid needs is a parent that they know cares and a parent that they know has learned something that's actually factually. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's nothing more important than being taught by someone who has the empathy to understand that you're not going to do something perfect the first time. And you should never, ever take for granted somebody that's being patient with you during a time where they might be going through something that is having their patience run super thin, super thin. Bro fell in love in 6.4 seconds.
Never refriend or refamily a person who tried to destroy your character, your integrity, or your relationships with others. A snake only sheds its skin to be a bigger snake. If others fall victim and walk away from you because of that, let them. Sooner or later, the snake will bite them too.
100%. 100%. This is one of those lessons that took me decades to download. I've always known that this was a thing. I've always known that it was true. But I'm one of those people, or I used to be one of those people that gave my loved ones the benefit of the doubt. My friends, my family, everything like that. Always give people the benefit of the doubt. Always, try to lend a helping hand, even if it's inconvenient or anything for me. Like, somebody needed, I've understood there's been times where I needed something where it wasn't convenient for somebody else to help me. But once I learned all the intricacies of society, a lot of the stuff that happens behind the curtain, things like that, it turned me off. You know what I'm saying? Like, emotionally, like, it kind of like hit that switch. And I think I'm gonna keep that switch off for a while because I'm starting to learn some stuff that's, keeping not only keeping me out of trouble, but clearing a path for me that's easier. So I think you should take that advice. I would if I were you.
Do you think women are not as good at jobs as men?
They're very good, and they work all the time like my mom.
Who works harder?
Moms.
Why do you think that women make less money than men?
I think these are very underrated because they can do more, but people expect them to do less.
Bro did not have to cook like that. Bro did not have to cook like that. Nah, like, for real, for real. Like, he straight up said something that I don't even think adults could have put into better words, to be perfectly honest.
I know one day I'm gonna be somebody. You'll know when I'll definitely find you.
Please look at my face. You're somebody now. You're somebody now, Letitia. Do you understand?
Yeah.
That's the game.
I'm not gonna be afraid anymore. One day when I make it, I'm gonna put that out there in the world too.
Now that's a powerful message. That's a powerful message, especially when you know somebody needs to hear it. You know what I'm saying? You are somebody now. And it doesn't matter who you are in the world. You are somebody. That's 100% true statement. You're an athlete. You're a parent. You're a teacher. You're a firefighter. You're a piece of shit. Even if you're a piece of shit, you're somebody. You are somebody still to somebody.
Y'all, why did I just come across the video of the lady who was working at a truck stop in Mexico? Her job was to inspect semi-trucks that come through. A truck came through. The driver immediately gave something going on. He's sweating. He's nervous. He's shaking. Bitch, immediately she knew something wasn't right. She goes around to the back of the truck to inspect the truck. When she gets to the back of the truck, the door in the back was already halfway open. So all she did was push it up a little more. When she pushed that door up, why did she find hundreds of children's bodies literally stacked on top of each other like cargo shipment? And then what makes it so fucking scary is that a couple days later, why did this same lady who found these children bodies, of course she called the police, but why was she found stuffed inside of a suitcase days later with a note that said, "This is what happens when you see stuff and don't mind your business." Y'all, why the fuck was it the cartel?
There is a very, very, very strong reason to just say no. I don't care if you the person that's buying the drugs. I don't care if you're the person that somebody wants to sell the drugs. I don't care if, it's people. If more people understood metaphysical side of life, from the yin and yang to the universe and karmic law and stuff like that, you would not be making some of the decisions that you are making that is affecting the most innocent lives you can run into. Most protective people, best people on earth are losing their lives because people want to hurt people. People want to get theirs and they don't care who gets hurt because of it. And that's got to stop. It really does. So that was one of the few videos like that, one of the little staged events that actually made me feel good about what I saw. It's also one of the only ones that had a positive outcome. A lot of people don't know about this thing called the bystander effect, and it's basically about how many people will walk right beside something that they know is wrong happening and won't intervene just because, they fear failure of their own survival if they engage. Or some people might actually approve of what's going on. Either way, when people do what's right and they don't care what happens to them because what's right is what's right, and they don't want to see something happen to somebody else, it's when you know you see a genuine person. Shouts out to the girl in the video.
Time to go. Dude, time to go.
Why are you touching me?
She knows.
Oh.
Hey, buddy, what are you doing? No.
Calm down.
Do you know him? Do you know him? No.
Dude.
No.
Sit
Time
down.
to go.
Dude.
Time to go.
Dude.
Time to go. Time to go.
Hey, he was one more time to go away from getting sent. Like, bro, I done hung out with way too many skateboarders to know that one right there was being very, very patient with him, because I saw it. Yikes.
There is a house built out of stone. Wooden floors, walls, and windows set. Tables and chairs.
And it just goes to show racism is taught. Period. It's also retarded. I don't care how you feel about that statement. Some of y'all are still not up to date on the real history, so I'm not going to dive into the discussion about that. All I'm going to say is if you know, you know. But you're looking at one right now.
The simplest way, point blank period, to see if someone is unintelligent or not is if they apply everything to themselves. What do I mean by that? Let's say you said being around lead is not good. In fact, it's pretty bad. There will be that guy who will say, you know what? I grew up around lead and I turned out just fine. And you have to tell that guy, you stupid fucking moose, you're the exception, not the rule. Not everything applies to you directly. Those people are unintelligent. That is the simplest way to find them.
Also, you didn't turn out fine because you're sitting there trying to make a case for people being exposed to lead, which everyone knows is actually toxic to human beings. So you're not fine.
'Cause I know in my heart, babe, our love will never die, no.
You will always be a part of me. I'm part of you indefinitely. Don't you know you can't escape me? Oh, darling, 'cause you'll always be my baby.
That's adorable. That is adorable. As a daughter, dad, I can only hope that my daughter finds her best friend regardless of what they look like, regardless of their background, regardless of where they come from. Because love is love. You got love in your heart for somebody and that's who you want to be your best friend, you will make that person your best friend. Stop listening to other people telling you who not to be around because of what they look like or where they come from or how much money they make. You want to be happy, you need to throw all those boundaries out, throw all those preferences out, and just go and meet people. That's how you find your people.
The same people who say they can't understand Kendrick listen to this shit.
I don't know, man. I've tried to listen to that genre plenty of times. It doesn't do it for me. I have so many friends that it's their jam. Like that's all they want to listen to. Go to the gym, go running, chilling at the place. They want to listen to that. I've tried. I can't do it, but more power to you.
I wanted to talk to you really quickly.
Okay.
So I bought you a nice steak and stuff. I just want to let you know that you have been consistently putting your hands on Ashley. Your dad has tried to intervene and talk to you. I have tried to intervene and talk to you. It's just not working. So at this point, with the police are getting involved, it should have already been like this. And I've already apologized to Ashley so many times. I can't believe that you have been doing this to her for so long. I mean, she has been so scared to even tell anybody. But we're going to help her. So there's already been a warrant out. No. I took her up to the police station. I brought you out to eat so you can eat a good meal because you're not going to be eating good for a really, really long time.
Man, Mom, okay? That's lame.
Your dad isn't here because he's so mad at you and he couldn't even be around you because he doesn't want to hurt you. The police are outside. They're outside. They're at the front and the back.
Why would you do that?
Because you have a lesson to learn. I love you, and you're my son. It's my job to teach you. You didn't learn when you were younger, but you're gonna learn a lesson, okay?
Why are you crying now? Like, first of all, this is why if you're a dad, it's important to stay in your kid's life. On the boy side, as the boy dad, you need to be teaching your kids not only to not be putting their hands on people that aren't attacking them, but how to respect a loved one, how to respect somebody they choose to be with and to wake up to and stuff like that. And as a daughter dad, you got to be there for times like this when she has to tell somebody, hey, this motherfucker put his hands on me. Because I'll promise, I don't speak for everybody else, but as a daughter dad, you put your hands on my daughter, it ain't gonna be no forgiveness for that. Exactly how you did her, that's how I'm gonna do you. And then if you do it again,
I'm really sorry. I'm so glad that I heard you guys this morning because I had not only did I have a tooth removed, but I had 2 root canals, and I took some pain pills, and I fell asleep, and then I heard the kids, and I just lost it. And it wasn't your fault. It was my fault. I apologize to you guys. I'm really sorry.
Gotcha.
Really. I feel really bad about it. I've been up all night. I got up at 1:30 and I have not been back to sleep. So I'm really sorry.
I just want you to know, had you come out and said that in a totally different way, it would have gone completely different. You could have said, I know kids are kids.
Yeah.
But if you could please try not to be loud by my door. And I completely would have been like, I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
But instead you came out yelling and screaming and calling me all these names. And I understand I hear you, you're sorry. I accept that. That's fine.
I really appreciate it. I'm Sheila, by the way.
Yeah, nice to meet you.
It's nice to meet you, and I'm sorry.
so I have anger issues, some people would say. Some people would say I react exactly how I'm supposed to react in a situation, and other people are too lenient. We'll let other people parse words and emotions, but I say that to say you can see the sincerity in that lady's voice, and you can see it in her choice to be proactive by delivering an apology. Nobody lives their life perfect. There's no way you can sit here and say with a straight face and being honest about it, say that you have never lost your temper with people. I know what tooth pain feels like. It's enough. It's enough to make you behave like that woman said she behaved and was upfront about it. She took it right on the chin. She took the fault. She was very sincere. She really meant that. When it comes to accepting apologies, letting somebody apologize to you, some people like to get their last dig in, get their last lick back, and just kind of like pound down on the person who already understands that what they did was low and they already feel low about it. And some people like to take a position of power and continue to pop back when that part of the confrontation is already over. Sometimes it's understandable. I have a hard time apologizing to people because I don't like that particular response to it. If I did something and I know it was wrong and I'm genuinely sincere about it, and it's something that can be made up for, it's something that clearly can be forgiven, and that person instead decides to pound down when I already humbled myself enough to come and deliver an apology, I turn that switch off. Give me my apology back, and if you want to fight, we can do that too. There's two types of conversations you can have, and I would rather we have the one that we know we're supposed to be having.
Y'all can read this for yourselves. There is not one U.S. state where working 40 hours a week is enough to afford a 2-bedroom apartment. That is sad. That is so ridiculously sad. And the other day I heard an elderly woman talking about something. These younger folks don't know what working hard is. As someone who had 3 jobs in college while being a full-time college student, y'all are really checked out with reality right now. Like, everything is too expensive. I went to the store the other day. 1 bottle of Sprite and a bag of Doritos. Guess how much? $5.50 for 1 bag of chips. The bag wasn't even huge. It was around like one of those dollar-sized bags. If you knew back in like 2010, those dollar-sized bags. It was one of those and a regular 16-ounce Sprite. Imagine the prices of a 2-bedroom apartment. I think the lowest you can get is probably like $1,200. The lowest you can get.
Now, we all know that is true, so to argue with that is to be a contrarian and wanting to be one of those people like I was talking about earlier that just wants the attention from any interaction you can cause, no matter if it's negative or whatever. You know, the truth about stuff is the truth. You can go look up the numbers wherever you want to find them. It's going to be the same numbers. And as far as the people who are in control of how much things cost, they know what they're doing. People try to say, oh, it's not as simple as doing this. It's not as simple as that. Yes, it is. It actually is. You just don't want to do it. That's why you're saying it's not as simple as that. You just don't want to do it. So just tell us that so we can figure out how to come and get it. But you don't want that either. I promise you. I wonder how it feels to be best friends with a horse. I don't say having a horse as a pet because no. If it's bigger than me, that's not my pet. That's not my pet. That's my friend that I take care of so they won't get done wrong by other terrible humans out here in society. That's all it is. We roommates at that point. But I like horses. I think horses are cool.
Dude, you gotta try some of this watermelon. It's so good.
Oh, God, don't tell me you're celebrating Black History Month, too.
No, they just had it at the store.
Oh.
What?
I did not just hear what I thought I heard. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. If my friend replied like that, bro, you getting stolen. You getting stolen real fast.
No, the one that be getting me. I feel like people. Let me talk. Damn! I've been trying to talk for 10 damn minutes. Shut up! Don't say shit else about nothing. Damn! Now, the one that took me out. Fuck! I don't even want to fucking say it no more.
If that dude was doing that puppet voice by himself, that's the best ventriloquism I've ever seen in my life. But for real though, that's how it feels to get cut off. And it's not just the rudeness of like interrupting what I'm saying. It's the fact that I'm not gonna remember what I was talking about if your interruption goes past 3 seconds. So why not just let me get my piece out? You know what I mean? And I hate forgetting what I'm talking about because usually it's something I'm very, very, very interested in letting you know. So yeah, shut the fuck up.
What did I say?
You said get a shirt.
No.
What?
When you change your clothes.
Then what?
Dinner.
I did.
No.
Oh, you fake.
You gonna stop that.
You stop being fake.
These tantrum tantrums, stop it.
You know what? I ain't talking to you no more.
I don't care. You can turn your back.
I know.
Buddy.
What?
Will you be nice?
I ain't trying to help. You try.
Do you want to go for...
Wait a minute.
a walk?
Hell yeah, man. Let's go for a walk, man. I'm ready to go. I ain't going down there.
Ooh, mommy's coming. Go, run.
I'm not supposed to be out.
Get the cage, go.
Open the damn door. Open the door. Ooh, okay. Where's she at?
Lolly, are your eyes okay?
My fluffy gone.
Casper, let's sing a Christmas song.
How about I've been so nice this Christmas. Santa better bring everything on my wish list. Ooh, yeah.
I don't know that one.
I know.
How does it go?
Santa all nice. Not naughty, no. What I gotta do to get a Christmas bone? Bone. Tell me if this song tight, all right? Why haven't you got me a bone to chew?
The lyrics could use a little work.
Huh? What?
Not bad. Not bad for a first try.
All right, so something like do. My fluffy gone. And it's lost outdoors, my fluffy.
Oh, you really went for it on the bridge.
Mm-hmm.
It takes kind of an emotional turn.
Where?
On the bridge.
Like fluffy. Ooh,
excellent.
Fluffy.
Bro, you could always make me laugh with a dog voiceover, man. Like, for real. Because sometimes you can, like, you got those things with your dogs, those little instances, and your dog will do something. And the expression or the reaction they give you, it's like, there's a human version of it. And you know exactly why they're doing it. It's so funny to me.
I don't know. Hey, excuse me. Would you mind taking a photo of us?
Sure, yeah.
Thank you so much.
That would be awesome. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Perfect.
That's so nice of you. Okay, that's good. Thank you.
I bet we got a bunch of good ones.
Thank you so much. That's good. Can you just give the phone back?
Please give her phone
Don't shake
back.
your head. Oh, I'm just gonna grab it. Thank you so much.
I took a bunch.
Oh my God, he just took photos of himself.
What an asshole.
Was he doing that? I don't remember seeing that.
I don't know. Sometimes when someone's taking a photo of me, I get really in my own head.
Wait, how did he do that?
Did you take that?
No, of course I didn't take that. Did he use like a timer?
Like a tripod or something?
No, he definitely didn't have a tripod.
Can you take a photo of us? Shut the fuck up.
How did he do that?
I don't know.
Like, did we black out?
I have no idea.
And then they said, can you take a photo of us right now? Yeah.
What is going on right now?
Is this a screen recording?
Yeah.
He's figuring out his sexuality.
Oh my God, he's a 4 on the Kinsey scale.
But how did we not notice
I
it?
did not
How
see
did
him
we not
typing at
notice
all.
him doing
Dad, I just figured out that I'm gay.
Holy shit, is that his dad?
You know what I just figured out? That is cool. So cool. So cool.
He's supportive?
I mean, it's good he's supportive. Is he okay?
It feels like something's wrong.
Thanks, Dad. I really appreciate it.
What the fuck is he doing?
Thanks, Dad.
I think the takeaway here is that we need to be more present.
Right.
Okay, this is getting ridiculous.
It's gratuitous. This has to be a trick.
He's coming at it from an angle.
How did he
was right
get
there
that
the whole
shot?
time.
How did he get that shot?
Like, there's no way that this is real.
Holy shit, the 17th? That's today's date.
Oh my God. Maybe, I mean, he could have done this in the morning, taken it then, and then, like, I don't know, airdropped it. Oh my God.
2:06, that's the time right now. How is he doing this? He's bending the rules of space and time.
Oh, I guess this one's horizontal. Where is he? This feels like a movie.
Your father is in a better place, my son.
Oh no.
His dad died.
Thank you.
Wait, this doesn't make sense.
Wait, he just came out to his dad, now his dad's in the ground. Whoa! Oh my God.
They're in love.
Oh my, that is a lot of tongue.
Look at all this passion.
He's going down on him. He's going down on him.
Oh,
This
okay,
is enough. That's
okay,
enough. I feel like I'm
okay.
intruding.
I gotta go.
Do you have to?
Yeah, I'm kind of in the middle of taking a photo of these two girls right now.
How is he doing this? What the fuck is happening?
Is anything even real?
Ow!
Oh, look, he did take a photo of us.
Oh yeah. Wait, my eyes are closed.
There's something in my teeth. How did I not notice that?
I don't know.
Ugh.
Bruh. That was the funniest skit I have seen all year. That was right along the lines of some Key and Peele stuff right there. That was Key and Peele level for sure. Shout out to those girls. That was a very funny video.
Why? Tell them that it's human nature. Why? Does he do me that way? Why? Keeping me around. Tell them that it's human nature. Why? Does he do me that way? Oh, yes!
Man, that was a nice little session right there. I really like some of the videos I saw. I really appreciate the people that tagged me in them and send them to my DMs and everything like that. Definitely made me feel good, especially with the day I've had. Once again, rest in peace to my bandy boy. We had him for 9 years. He was a very dope dog. Wish y'all could have met him. He was the best, for sure, for sure. Anyway, I'll see y'all pretty soon for the next one. We ain't done. I'm going to try my best not to take another hiatus, sabbatical, whatever you may call it. Anyway, till next time, it's your boy Tally Woe. Holla back.